this one could get interesting. Every once in a while, there's a topic that people want me to talk about that I know there's gonna be a bit of a mixed bag of opinions on. And I brace myself for the reactions because I know that some people are not going to agree with what I'm about to say. But it is what it is, right? All right, so this week I received an email from a fellow stepmom asking me what I think about stepmoms being called mom by their stepchildren. And before I get into my opinion, I'm gonna do a little disclaimer because I do recognize that there are some situations where this is the right move for the family. However, I will say in most situations in your typical co-parenting arrangement, I am not on board with stepchildren calling their mom mom. Mostly because I know as a mom myself, I would have a very, very hard time with my daughter calling another woman mom. As in, I would probably get pretty freaking squirrely about it. I think that relationship between a mom and a child is special and it is sacred. Even if the relationship isn't all hearts and sparkles, even if it's high conflict, even if it's toxic, even if it's really freaking complicated, in my personal opinion, I think the word mom should be reserved for the mom. Even though so many stepmoms play a huge role in the everyday mothering and parenting of their stepchildren, I think it's absolutely fine and appropriate for the stepchildren to just call them by their name. My stepkids, they just call me Jamie. That doesn't mean I'm not a parental figure in their life. I still do all the quote unquote mom jobs when they're with us. I still care for them. I still treat them as if they're my own. But at the end of the day, I'm not their mom. I'm their stepmom. The point is, what they call me does not define our relationship. It does not define the parental role that I have in their life. And I will say this, the fact that I'm with them half the time and half the time doing the parental and motherly roles in their life does not mean that their mom is any less their mom. And this one's gonna rile people up too. I personally don't think that stepmoms are moms. They're stepmoms. They are motherly figures, but they are not moms. Like for example, say a grandma was the primary caregiver of their grandchild. Just because she's the primary caregiver of that grandchild does not mean that she is their mom. She's their grandma, right? Do you get what I'm saying there? I don't think there should be a stigma against the word stepmom either. I don't think that being a stepmom is a bad thing. This is where the issue is in our society. There is this stigma associated with the word stepmom when there's really nothing wrong with it. Regardless, I think that stepmoms are stepmoms and moms are moms. And even though there is an overlap in a lot of the responsibilities and a lot of the feelings involved, they are two separate roles and two separate relationships. But here's the thing, guys. There's enough room in these children's lives for everyone. There doesn't need to be this competition over the word mom or the role of being someone's mother. Now, if you happen to be in one of those situations where you feel like it is the right move for your stepchildren to call you mom, I want you to really consider three things, or perhaps make sure these three things are in place. Number one, I think that their mom should either be completely out of the picture or on board with you being referred to as mom too. First, and I've talked about this in a previous video, I think that it is imperative that stepmoms respect their stepchildren's mom, even if they don't actually respect them. Do you catch what I'm saying here? Treating your stepchildren's mom with respect is imperative for a healthy co-parenting relationship, and ultimately it can affect your relationship with your stepchildren. Second, when it comes to mom being on board with you being called mom too, if she isn't on board, I strongly recommend that you reconsider this move. You need to think long and hard about it, because if you ever want to move forward with a healthy co-parenting relationship, you really have to respect the role that she plays in her children's lives. Number three, and equally as important, this needs to be the kid's idea. They need to want to call you mom. That relationship and that title, it's sacred. It has a lot of meaning and it should absolutely never be pushed on anyone. Whew, okay, that's it for today's video. It was kind of a heavy one. Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like this video, leave your 2 cents in the comments below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right guys, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.